I'm just afraid I'm gonna like look at this person and be like, I look at this person.
That says it all. Let's be real. People are afraid that they're gonna have an ugly child. Don't be so shy, Miso. Hey everyone, it's Alexis. Oh no, that's what you need to say.
Hello everyone, it is Alexis
and Lilian.
Today, we are going to be talking about things that scare us about becoming queer parents.
Some of you might already be aware that there is something in the works. We've decided we want to have kids and that we should probably start that process soon. We've done the first few bits. Latest update is that we've actually postponed that by a few months, so no hormone therapy, whatever yet, because we still want to be wild for a little bit, and then there's still some bureaucratic stuff to take care of, and the dates weren't really lining up properly. So we thought we would have an uncensored talk, just sharing with the world what our fears are around becoming same-sex parents. It's something controversial still, in a way. You know, there's more and more people who are doing this. I think the generation of our children, there's going to be a lot more kids that have same-sex parents, thankfully.
Yeah, I think for me to just kind of like jump right in, I fear, of course, people thinking that this child isn't getting everything that they could get from having a father figure. And it's like, I think that's what drives me crazy, because people are so in their old ways of thinking, like, you know, a child, it needs a mother, it needs a father, and like that is just it. And if the child doesn't have that, then it's not going to be happy, or it's not going to feel love in the same way. And I think that is just like totally not true, because I think about all of the single mothers who are doing it, and of course single fathers who are doing it without the mother. It's just like, there are ways to do this where a child is still being brought up in a very healthy, happy home when it's just even one parent doing it. So how are you telling me that still two parents of the same sex can't do this?
I think obviously a fear of mine is similar, and not just around that in particular, but it's just around reactions of other people. So prejudice from other people, because always when it's something new, people are skeptical, right? If it's something that's not natural, people are gonna have opinions about it. People have such strong opinions about how to raise a child. People just always think that they know what's the best for the kids, and then they impose their ideas on you. And I'm just really not looking forward to us having to go through situations where people will make comments, where people just have it on their face how they feel about it. Questions, I guess, as long as they're respectful, it's fine, because I'm all about, you know, like educating people, but also obviously for our kid, like I don't want that, you know. So kids. Apart from that, what else are we afraid of?
I'm afraid of our child getting treated differently at school, for example, because they have two moms and it's more of a different family dynamic. Yeah, I would hate for that to happen, and I would hope that by that point we would be able to find a school that has other rainbow families. But yeah, it is something that I'm like, I don't want our child to like go through that kind of thing. I want it to just be normal, because it is normal, and families look different all over the world. So
one of my fears that is not related to what other people think is the whole thing of that we're using someone's sperm, so that we're gonna have a donor conceived child, and just thinking about the challenges that might come with that. Us not knowing what that's like. So we definitely have to learn a lot about it so that we can, you know, tune in to their needs and understand everything from their perspective. But also, yeah, of course, the whole thing that what if they're gonna go through like their rebel phase or whatever and be like, I want to meet my biological father or whatever. Actually, yeah, that is my biggest fear, rather than other people thinking that we are not legitimate, my own child rejecting that. That's obviously worst case scenario, and let's hope that that's not gonna happen. But if I'm honest, of course that is a fear, because I don't know what it's like. And you know, you do hear of people who are donor conceived. Sometimes they find out in very traumatic ways. Obviously we would be open about it, but or even just with adopted kids, you know, them being like, fuck you mom, I'm going to find out who my other parent is, because it's the whole thing of the grass is greener, you know? So
if it is in the end that they do want to like eventually meet the sperm donor or whatever it is, I would hope that we have set them up in a way that they know what a parent is. That it's not just DNA, like it is a lot of like work,
Yeah.
you know, that's behind parenting. They can obviously have the freedom to choose what they want to do, but like I said, I hope that they would have the right knowledge or the right way of thinking.
Let's see, is there another thing? If we have a boy, I would obviously want the boy to have like male figures in their life.
Yeah.
Just because I can understand. I'm just imagining if I only had two dads. Yes, gender is a construct, blah, 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 but at the end of the day, there are differences and you can, on some things, associate more with someone who is of the same gender, right?
Yeah, it's like if you have a little girl and then she gets her period, it's like, okay, like I know what this is like.
With that, like we can't just be like, oh, blah, 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 if it's a boy, you know, we can give the boy everything. Like, yes, we can, but I think it is also important that the boy will have good men in his life that he can look up to, that can teach him the things about manhood that I don't know about. Because let's be real, I don't. Yeah, I'm thinking about what some good candidates would be. We need to go through our male friend list again. They already didn't make the cut to be a donor. Let's see if they at least make the cut to be
an uncle,
a good male figure in their life.
But we do have a lot of like good male figures.
Yeah.
I can throw a good old baseball around from time to time.
And I think that's probably what people mean when they say a child needs a mother and a father. I don't agree with that for all of the reasons that you've said before, because I think what a child needs is love.
Yeah.
Someone who provides them with what they need and attends to their needs and
listens
just
to them
raises
and,
a good human that is happy no matter what the gender is. We will expose our child to a lot of different flavors. Also food.
Different cultures, different flavors. So another thing that I've thought about before, I'm a bit afraid that we're gonna have a child with a sperm donor and I'm not gonna see any resemblance of us in the child, but just a lot of the sperm donor. Feeling like disconnected in some kind of way.
Controversial opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, you're using someone else's like DNA, right? Like if you see so much of their character in the child and you've never met this person before.
I guess also because that would be like an in-your-face reminder that it's like, this is not a child that is from both of our DNA together, but that this is from someone else that we don't know.
So I guess that's just like a bit of like a fear. Like I know myself, even when I'm like around other babies and I'm holding them, I just want to be with them, you know?
Yeah.
And of course it's going to be different if it's like my own child, if I can even have this with a friend's baby.
Even with a dog.
Even with a dog.
Looks nothing like us.
I think she looks a bit like me. There you are. Oh, kisses.
Don't be so shy, Misil.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna like look at this person, like,
look at this person, that says it all.
This child, and see this other person in the child. And I'm like, I don't know that other person.
Which is, I guess, in a way why it would have been nice if we used a known donor. That it's, well, actually that would maybe also be weird. It's like, oh, I can see he's getting Patrick's nose.
Yeah, I think that's just like something that I'm like, okay, like, ugh. When I think about it, I'm like, oh no. Realistically.
Let's be real, people are afraid that they're gonna have an ugly child. Like, a lot of people don't say it, but that is a real fear.
And it's so vain and like so ridiculous because it's like, okay, you're still going to freaking love the child no matter what. Like, let's be real.
But I think at the end of the day, again, this is also new for us, right? So I think these are just like kind of things that you're thinking about, and who knows how it's actually then gonna be. But
the biggest thing is that our child is healthy and happy and is just, yeah.
Doesn't have to deal with
homophobic
idiots.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, we thought it would be maybe interesting for some folks to just have an open, honest conversation around this, because there's a lot of content out there, obviously, that is positive about queer parenthood, and that is amazing, of course, but we also, you know, we just want to talk about this because some of you might be feeling the same. So it's just, I think, good to talk about it. We're not alone in this, and we'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that it's not going to be peaches and cream. There's going to be really hard times.
Let's wrap this up, folks. Enough of the uncensored chat. I hope this was insightful. I hope even more that you're going to be able to have a respectful discussion, but this being YouTube, probably not everyone.
We were vulnerable. We opened up. Just be kind to one another. you know?
So we're gonna go enjoy a nice sunny day in Berlin. It's a Saturday, we got things to do, you got things to do, and we're gonna see you soon.
See you in the next one.
Cheers!